Probably about 7 years ago, I noticed I didn't sleep as well as I used to. It kind of came on gradually, and as the years went by, it got so bad. I told my wife, I said, I need to go see a doctor. Something's got to change. I can't keep going through life without getting any sleep. I would wake up and get out of the bed and feel just miserable. I'd feel physically worn out. I yawned all day long. After lunch every day, I had to fight dozing off. I quit dreaming. That was a big problem, just getting no restorative rest. When you have no sleep, you have no patience. You just, you can get upset at the least little thing. So I went to a pulmonologist and I had a sleep study, and they determined that I have obstructive sleep apnea. I don't snore, I basically just choke. I quit breathing at night. There's something in my throat, I guess, or in the back of my mouth becomes obstructed. And so I started using a CPAP, used it for about a year, really hated it, very uncomfortable. I tried several different types. I could never get comfortable with sleeping with a CPAP. And so I started doing some research. I wanted to find another answer. There were some dentists that had this procedure that they offered. And so I contacted a dentist here in town, Dr. Griffin, and made an appointment. Well, initially Dr. Griffin, she looked in my mouth and she took some measurements, and she told me that I had a narrow palate and that she thought I was a good candidate for the Vivos device. And she showed it to me, and it kind of explained how it worked. That's how we got started. The first 2 weeks, I was amazed. I dreamed every night for 2 weeks straight. And I told my wife, I said, it's amazing. I'm supposed to wear this device every day for a minimum of 12 hours, and Dr. Griffin said it could take a full year. I've seen benefits from the first 2 weeks. I haven't had any trouble wearing the device for 12 hours. On the weekend, I wear it 16, 18 hours, no problem. It doesn't bother me to be in my mouth. I'm able to pass air, and I'm able to breathe at night, and I'm able to sleep and dream, and I'm getting that restorative REM sleep. So for me, I'm getting instant benefit from it. Oh, I think I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep now. I'm having dreams unlike I've ever had before. You go 6 or 7 years where you don't have dreams, and you notice it's a big deal when you all of a sudden start having dreams again. I tell my wife, I'm not just having little dreams, it's like a movie's running in my head. So I know I'm getting that restorative REM sleep. I know I am, because I wake up and I can tell you about the movie that ran in my head last night that we call dreams. Well, this is my Vivos, and about every 4 or 5 days, I've got a little tool, and I make an adjustment, which causes the device to widen just a very small amount. And so about every 4 or 5 days before I adjust it, it starts to get loose. I can tell it almost wants to fall down, and I'll have to push it back up. That tells me it's time to crank on it and get it so that it's a little tighter. It's making the adjustment. And once I make the adjustment, I just put it back in my mouth, and then the first day you feel it's a little bit tighter. This puts a little bit of pressure on my soft palate, way back in the back of my throat. This little bead that rolls, it puts just a little bit of pressure there. And I feel quite sure that is keeping an airway open for me and allowing me to breathe. You feel the pressure for a couple of hours, and then it just, you get used to it. It goes away. You don't feel it. They say it could take up to 12 months to solve the problem permanently, with the widening of my upper palate so that it creates a better airway. But I've actually seen benefit immediately since I've been using the Vivos. I feel sharp now. I don't feel drowsy all the time, and that's a huge difference. I don't fall asleep in my chair anymore. I can watch the news. I can get down on the floor and play with my dogs. I can take them for a walk, take them to the dog park, and I actually think to myself, wow, it's been a long time since I felt this good. It's been amazing. Like from day one, I wouldn't lay down and try to sleep right now without my Vivos device.